Thank you. At least you didn't even give me a chance to be funny yet. I grew up in a religious household, and we weren't allowed to play with Pokemon cards because they were the devil. I think my mom just told us that because she didn't want to buy them. Anything she didn't want to buy was the devil. It was like, Mom, can we get candy? No, it's the devil. Mom, can we get Pokemon cards? No, it's the devil. Mom, can we go to church? No, it's the devil. I gotcha. And then she'd hit us. But yeah, we didn't have Pokemon cards, but we did live really close to a funeral parlor. So anytime there was a death, me and my brother, we'd go to the funeral parlor and we'd collect the obituary cards they hand out when people die. And we'd bring these home and play with them, you know? Like, he'd throw down his 98-year-old Mary McDonald, and I'd throw down my rookie card of 11-year-old Timmy with cancer. And my card would beat his because I had like 10 plus radiation points. One time we were playing, and he threw down the obituary card of my grandma, and I threw down the obituary card of my grandpa. And he tried to tell me his card beat mine. I said I watched them fight, and he beat the shit out of her. What are you talking about? I told this story actually one night, and this guy came up to me after the show with his son's obituary card. He was like, I didn't find that funny. My son died. You know, I didn't know what to say. I was like, not to be disrespectful, but I would love to add that to my collection. He didn't find that funny either. But our game, we had the whole town playing it. And it got so big, there was like 30 little kids showing up to a grown man's funeral, you know? And everyone was like, was this guy a youth baseball coach or a friend of the Clintons, you know? Is someone getting an island in this will? I don't know. But our game did get really big, you know? And eventually the priest caught on, and he was like, all right, you guys can take the cards, but you have to pray for their soul, you know, the prayer of the departed. You know, and I just never got that as a kid. Because it was like, if you get 30 people to pray for you, God will let you into heaven, and if you don't, you go to hell. It was like, what, does God run a pyramid scheme or something? You know, but now that I'm older, I realized I still don't get it. I would always keep my eyes open because I was a little suspicious, you know, and the priest, he'd be like, close your eyes. And I'd be like, why? He goes, because you're not praying when they're open. I go, what about a blind guy? Does he have to close his eyes? He's like, yes, just close them. I'm like, what about a burn victim who lost his eyelids? What does he do? Does he have to go like this? But then his hands aren't together, you know, and he was just like, just close your eyes, you know. So I closed them, you know, I did the prayer. And I just never got it, though, because, like, we're praying to let some guy into heaven, you know, but who are we to ask the Almighty God to let someone into heaven? You know, I feel like he would know better than us. That's just a thought, though. But actually, a couple years later, my priest called me up and he was like, can you watch my dog for me? I'm going away, you know? And I never had a dog before, so I was like, sure, why not? I don't know if you guys know this, but dogs pick up traits of their owners. So if you like to exercise, your dog will like to exercise. If you have anxiety, your dog will have anxiety. This little fucker was humping all the kids in the neighborhood. I called up my priest, I was like, hey, where are you going? He was going to prison. Yeah. I hate when old guys, you know, I meet a lot of old guys, they're like, hey, give me a call. But they never give you a reason to call them, you know? I feel a little suspicious. I feel like I'm going to call them up and I'm going to be like, hey. He's going to be like, hey, what's up? I don't know, you said to give you a call. He goes, oh, well, now that I got you on the phone, why don't you come over and suck my cock? Oh, bastard, that's why you didn't give me a reason to call you. Trick you. You know, I have a hard time saying no to people, so. No. Has anyone been to, like, a gym lately? No? No. You guys do go. You'll see these, like, big, like, fake bodybuilders. They're fat, really. But they wear these little skinny shirts where their nipples are hanging out, you know? And it looks like they're practically breastfeeding the goddamn machines, you know? And then I'll look at him and I make eye contact with his nipple, and then he looks at me. I'm like, oh shit, you know, and I don't know what to do, so I show him my nipples real quick like that. And then he beats me up. I saw this war hero in the gym actually, and I knew he was a war hero because he was missing a leg. So expecting to hear a cool war story, I went up to him. I said, how'd you lose your leg? And he said, diabetes. I said, I don't remember that war, but thank you for your service. Oh, man. The transition. Have you guys heard that saying, drive me nuts? Right? If you say it right, you say, drive me nuts. It kind of sounds like an old Irish guy telling you that you can, in fact, drive his nuts. It's like, what's the miles per gallon on these things? Speaking of driving, you guys know that gas station? What's the deal with Wawa, man? Who let a baby name a gas station? Speaking of driving, you guys know that there's this thing called a Jeep Wave, where everyone with a Jeep waves to each other? But I'm just a little reluctant to participate because I don't know who I'm waving to. I could be waving to a racist or a pedophile or a Mormon, just because we have the same car. I don't know. And the last group of people to identify themselves with a wave, they weren't too well received. I don't want to be anything like them. It's the only car that does it. You don't see everyone with like a Ford Bronco doing the OJ stab as they pass each other. God rest his soul. The Pride Month just ended, and a lot of people in Florida aren't too happy about it. And I think they need a rebrand. I think what the gays need to do is stop spelling it LGBTQ and start saying it Legibitiqua. Because Legibitiqua is a lot more fun to say, I'm not even gay, but I'd suck a dick to say I'm part of Legibitiqua. It's just a fun word, Actually, it was Pride Month, and my friend, he had sex with a guy, And I was like, you're gay. And he's like, no, I'm not. It was during Pride Month, Like, he wanted to try it out. I was like, it's not like drinking Guinness on St. Patrick's Day, Or like when white girls have pumpkin spice in October. I was like, you're gay. He thought it was like some, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas type of deal. I was like, no, you're gay. But having a gay friend's exactly like having a straight friend. There's really not much difference. The only thing I did notice, though, is like if we're all hanging out in a group and someone makes a joke, I'll be like, get a load of this guy. And he opens his mouth. It's just a figure of speech, man. Sorry, it's a habit. Guys, I think that's my time, everyone. So, thank you.